Dear audience, this is Natalie Koval. Today I promise to talk about American visa to your girlfriend, and thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. So let's talk about this very delicate subject of an American visa. First of all, I would like to say that today I am in the room, inside, without any bugs or wind noise, because the subject is quite important, delicate, and serious. I want to help everybody avoid all the possible misunderstandings and misperceptions of the visa, because American visa is not just you go to an embassy and they give it to you. It's a thing that is a serious thing that you need to work on. And when you hear that, oh, send me a couple of hundred or a couple of thousand and I'll open an American visa, well, it's not really like that. So how to make a US visa to your girlfriend? The main thing that is number one importance, and a piece of advice that I would like to give is before you start any sort of American visa, meet the girl in person. Yeah, because some of you are sending thousands of dollars to somebody you've never met, but somebody who is giving you a lot of emotional enjoyment. That is not bad, but when you really connect face to face, when you see the person, when you trust the person, then you can work on this big mission of opening an American visa for her. Well, also do not send any money to a girl when she's asking for a visa, because some services and some girls can be quite manipulative about that. They can create a lot of emotional connection, and they can create a lot of pressure by pressing on some of the very delicate matters, and you can really lose your mind. And let this video remind you that before you lose your mind, stick to reality. Okay. And one more thing, when you're hearing that she's got a visa, then that's super cool. But if she sends you a copy of that visa, don't be so lazy. Contact the US Embassy in her area and say, oh, by the way, well, I would like to invite my friend, and she says she's got a visa. Is this a real legit visa? Because some people are forging visas, just getting a US visa and sticking their photograph on top of that. And I've seen that, and it looks very like amateur, but guys don't see that. So there is a visa number in the passport. So that visa number corresponds to her case number, and the embassy will reply to you. You're an American citizen. They are servicing American citizens, so they will help you. That's for sure. So let's talk about opening the US visa. Well, before we go there, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because I'm sharing valuable information. I'm giving ideas on things you can do to make your relationship really great. And I'm sure that many of you can create your love story without a matchmaker. And that's why I am spreading the news. But it's more effective with a matchmaker. It's more helpful. And some of you that will want to join, please get the link in the description to this video, and welcome to my personal meeting. And in possible.ua on the website, we have, in the search engine, we have this, what type of visa she's got, because when women are registering with us, they are thinking out of the box. If they've got some visas to UK, to Canada, to Australia, whatever, they are thinking like, why don't I use a chance and meet some international guys? So we created that option on our new website, possible.ua, from marriagebynatalie.com. we will be polishing up that information. It's now not working 100% because we are renewing every lady's profile, but still it's working quite well. So welcome to possible.ua to see that. So some women do have US visas. They've been to US, and of course this is great to meet the girl, especially if you live in the USA. And it's not so easy if she's got a US visa to invite her if you've never met. She has to have a reason why she's going there, because the border control is watching the illegal immigrants. And even if she's got a visa, it doesn't grant her passing the passport control. By the way, a visa can be annulled. And I've heard of such cases when a girl, for example, was a DJ, or she is a DJ, and she's got visitor's visa and she was traveling to meet her friends. She brought some of her discs just for the fun of it. She was not planning to work, but the visa officer somehow knew that she's a DJ. I don't know, they Googled her or what. And then they said, well, where are your discs? And they found in the luggage, and they canceled her visa and they deported her home just because they made an assumption that she would be working there. See? So that's why when you are planning to invite a girl, first meet her in Ukraine or meet her in the Dominican Republic or Mexico, somewhere, and make sure it makes sense to invite her over, okay? Or she's got to come, and if she's coming to see you, then she's got to have your address. She's got to know information about you, who you are. A visa immigration officer in the airport will be calling you and will be asking you, do you know this woman? Why is she coming to see you? They will cross-question her. And well, this is what happened to me when I was chaperoning a girl and we were flying to the USA. It took us 2 hours to talk to those officers, and it was not fun at all. So the information that the girl has about you has to be really, really substantial for her to pass the passport control. Well, of course, it depends on the time of the day, on the visa officer, and many other factors, but it does make sense. So, options for opening American visa. If she doesn't have a US visa, she wants to have a US visa, so there are 3 options. First of all, tourist visa. Second, fiance visa. And third, wife visa. Tourist visa. Okay, when you hear that a girl wants or can open a tourist visa to America, well, you should know that it's not so easy. Because in order to open a tourist visa to America, first of all, in the US Embassy, on their official website, they are writing, every applicant is considered a potential immigrant. So you have to prove that you are not. You have to prove the difference. How you prove that? You have property, you have family, you have business, you have serious reasons to be back to your country. And if you don't prove it to us, we don't give you a visa. Well, you pay the fee. It used to be $160. Now, I don't know. They changed their visa fee, so you always have to check what it is. But if you don't prove it to us, goodbye. And definitely, they check all that. So if the girl is bringing a certificate from the bank that she's got like $5,000 on the account, this money has to be there on the account. If she brings a certificate from her work that she works for ABC company, they call the company and they check if she works there and what she does. And they ask her, what's the name of the chief accountant? So they really question her. Because in the embassy, they are interested not to give people a visa. If they do, it's like they believe like, yeah, you're not going to stay there because you have no reason to. Still, there are no guarantees. Even if you show all the like super assets. If they feel something is wrong, they will not give a visa. Well, you can apply again. You can come and say, hey, I was denied a visa, but I didn't give enough information. Maybe I wasn't feeling good. So this is new that I have brought about my state. I'm not going to, I have strong ties to Ukraine. I'm not going to immigrate, so give me a visa, and maybe they will reconsider that. But unless you really like change something, it makes no sense to apply over and over again with the same information. What do we do? How to get a tourist visa successfully? Well, we have a travel agent that helps us with that. We've been successful with many cases, and we had failures too. Why we had failures? For this, well, first of all, this is the embassy that decides. Second, girls were not really sure what they're going to do there. They were just like, oh, I'm going to travel. Well, the travel agent prepares from A to Z what you're going to do, where you're going to travel, what kind of conference you're going to visit. And when she is talking to a client, first of all, it doesn't cost anything to send your girlfriend to our travel agent, so she will talk to her and she will find out what are the reasons for her to go to America. Well, you've known the girl, and for example, she has the business. Can there be reasons for her to go and do some business in America? Or like she's got no assets, she's got no property, she's got no business, then why would she get a US visa? People are trying now to play easy and get a tourist visa to their girlfriends because it doesn't put any pressure. And I think this would be like a fantastic thing for American immigration. Well, if American Embassy is watching this video, hello. I love you guys and I appreciate what you're doing, but I think it will really make a lot of difference because when you're opening a fiance visa, there is a pressure, and you have to go for 90 days and you have to be back until one-way visa. In people's relationship, it's not enough. Well, supposedly people are knowing each other enough and they are making this visa, fiance visa, consciously. But it's better to have no pressure and have a girl travel and spend, let's say, a couple of months in America, see how it is, how it feels, if it's working, how the man behaves, how she behaves with him, is she becoming a different person, and so on. And then they try this relationship and she goes back. Then they decide to come back again. So it would be much more comfortable and people would have less broken hearts, less broken lives, I would say, because so many women left on a fiancé visa, they didn't have the right connection to the guy, but they say, the hell with it. I will never ever go to America again because I will never ever receive a tourist visa. I have nothing that proves that I will stay. So she was suffering, starting a bad relationship, waiting till she gets her green card or even citizenship and then leaving the guy. I think that's wrong, okay? But if the same girl would have a tourist visa and she would travel back and forth, then most likely she wouldn't stay. Or she would stay. It just gives more chances to people. That's my poor, humble opinion, if anybody wants to count with it. And I see that, so going about tourist visa, when our travel agent is talking to a girl and she sees the chances of her getting a tourist visa to America, and she sees the reasons why she would be given and granted the visa, then she will take the case. She will prepare to have all the documents. She will prepare to get all the right papers that are necessary for the embassy. She will double check that these papers are legit and real and legal, and then we shall apply. Still, the embassy will decide, but she knows in which cases the embassy can say no, and we are suggesting another case, another type of visa. So another type of visa is a fiance visa. And this is different, very different than a tourist. B1, B2 is called tourist or business. So in tourist, well, summarizing, in tourist or business, you have to have assets, reasons to travel, reasons to be back, interesting and engaging type of motivation to go to the United States, professional interests, visiting professional growth in terms of professional growth in terms of business things. If a girl complies to that, then she should go and use it, and she may try, like attending special course, for example, from the best IT school in Silicon Valley, and then you can also like spend a week together or so. Something like that can be doable if she is complying with that. If she's not, then you have to change the model of your communication and relationship and consider a fiance visa that will give far more chances for your girlfriend to be there in America for you, with you legally. So fiance visa, the benefits. We have 100% success rate on fiance visa. On 23 years, we never had a no. Yeah. So why? Because the people that are applying for it, they know each other, they love each other, they have a real relationship, they want to be together, they have proofs of their relationship, we prepare them, I coach the ladies before their fiance visa interview, and they get it. Simple. But it is an immigrant visa, so you have to really try hard not to get it. So what you need for a fiance visa, you need to prove that she will stay. It's opposite, right? In tourist visa, you have to prove that you will be back. In fiance visa, you have to prove that you will stay, that you love the person, that you've seen each other. So what you need to do, you need to start when you meet each other personally, wherever you meet, not necessarily in Ukraine, but if you need to take photographs together, collect receipts that occur throughout your meeting each other, restaurant receipts, hotel vouchers, your boarding passes, your tickets, everything that has your name on it, has a date, and can be shown, can be put in a file, packed, and wait till it's time. So how to get a fiance visa. When you have all that information, there is a procedure, and we follow the procedure. We have, of course, we have a reliable fiance visa attorney in California. She's Russian. She's been doing it for a living, and she does it very well. And that's on American end. But some gentlemen can do it themselves. They can read the guides and how-to videos, and that's doable as well. But people hire professional help because the professional has been doing it for a living, and she knows or he knows how to do it right, quickly, and it's effective, it's time-saving. So that's American part. In Ukraine, we take our part. What we do with a girl, I interview the girl personally, and we get all the necessary information. We fill out all the necessary form, G325I form, and all the applications that need to be done. We collect the photographs, we collect the messages between you, emails you have, all this information, we put it in a file. We translate and authorize a good amount of her papers, not only her birth certificate, her divorce certificate, her name change certificate, if it applies to her, but also her educational certificates, all her credentials, if she has children, all of those documentations. She does not need to have translated documents at the visa interview, but she needs it for her future. So she comes with a file ready to start a life with you when you get married, when you start changing the status, and when you start moving towards naturalization of your girlfriend. So what we do, we take all her documents, we fill out the forms, we translate and notarize the documents. We make minimum 3 copies of all the paper because that's what you're going to need. We control all the procedure and everything that has to be going on. We make appointments for her medical test. We make appointments for her visa interview. But the greatest value that I give to the girl that is starting a fiancé visa, I prepare her emotionally for immigration. I have seen like hundreds of girls immigrating to the USA. I know what it takes. I know what kind of challenges they have. And when they are not prepared for that, well, they can come back. If the girl is prepared, if she knows today that a year from now she's going to need this, and that, she needs to think about different things. She needs to think about changing her profession, so she starts learning something now. That she needs to pay attention to certain cultural differences. She starts it now. So when she arrives, she's familiar with it, at least from videos, from books, from talking to me, from communication with you. And then her immigration becomes more natural, easier, and more, and she's becoming more flexible. So that's the greatest asset, and that's actually what you're paying for. I will tell the prices at the end of this video, so keep watching. When you're getting fiancé visa, she cannot work. She cannot study. She can basically just live with you and wait till you get married or go back home. And it's a single entry visa, and you can only use this option twice as an American citizen. If you've filed for a fiancé visa twice, the third time you will need a special waiver explaining what has been wrong in 2 previous cases and why the 2 girls returned. And if you prove it enough to your immigration department, then they will issue the visa. But, well, we had only one case when a guy did fiancé visa twice, and the third time was successful. They happily married, but it was kind of a hassle, and it was like needless negative emotions, but it survived. It also was kind of a like challenge to his relationship with his girlfriend, but they both survived. So they have strong, real, lasting family now. And the third type of visa is a marriage visa. I think still fiancé visa is better. But some guys who are thinking of living in Ukraine for some time and then going to America and then maybe coming back, they need strong ties with Ukraine. They want to get Ukrainian citizenship or at least Ukrainian permanent status of living, then get married in Ukraine. The process will not be much different when it comes to family reunification. You will need some extra papers though, and the lawyers will guide you with that. But the time will be the same. Well, there are some benefits because if you are doing a wife visa, then the girl will get her, like, she doesn't need to change her status. She will get, I think she will get temporary green card in like immediately when she gets her. But I might be wrong. We are not doing. Last time we did the wife visa was like several years ago, so I don't remember like 100% all the details. But if you think that you will win time doing a wife visa, the answer is no. She will not be able to leave Ukraine immediately, having been married to you as an American. No, it's a mess. But you can actually marry any place, but make sure the American government recognizes a certificate of like Tegucigalpa or Guatemala or Antananarivo. So If the U.S. government says yes, then it works. We were doing marriage in Vegas. That is recognized by Ukrainian government as well, but well, you can do a family reunification if you get married in America. And if you get married in America, it means the girl has a US visa. This is good when you travel back and forth, then you decide to get married, and you play your wedding in America, then you apply for a family reunification, but during this time she can still travel back and forth and do her stuff, and then she goes to American embassy and she changes her visa from tourist into wife. Then it makes sense to get a wife visa when the girl has a tourist visa and you are taking your time in the flow of relationship to make it work. Although you need to consult with your lawyer, because when some of my clients were deciding what is better, because the girl had a tourist visa and they decided what to do better, to get married and do the family reunification or do a fiance visa, so they chose doing a fiance visa. So it can be personal, it can be up to your situation, and this is why it makes sense to hire a lawyer in the US as well. If you need a lawyer, just let me know. You have the links to my contacts in the description, and I can always give you the right ideas how to do that. So now about the costs. The consular fee changes when it comes to tourist visas. It used to be $160. Now you can check the U.S. Embassy and know what the tourist visa cost is. We can check and put it in the description later. But the fee to our travel agent for processing all the papers and getting ready is $500. But she doesn't charge anything to talk to a girl and find out her situation and understand whether she will even start trying doing that. When it comes to fiance visa, the visa itself is $300. The medical exam is $250, and it is $1,200 to a U.S. attorney for her work in helping you apply for everything. We charge $1,000 US for our part of work, including all the translations, all the coaching time that I take, and all the preparations, all filling out all the applications that are necessary. It doesn't include the consular fee, it doesn't include any of the charges, but it includes all the necessary documentation, notarization, and many copies of all the documents that your girlfriend has, regardless of the number of documents. And the wife visa is the same as the fiancé, so it's the same costs. There are certain taxes that you will have to pay when you are applying for a fiancé visa. You need to check it with your department. I do not want to give you any figures, because if you are considering marrying to a Ukrainian girl, immigration matters, you need to be watching different logs and checking all the homeland information related to that, because states are different and they have different requirements. This is why I couldn't find anything universal to provide for you for this video. So overall, if you're still watching this video, thank you. I guess if you may have more questions related to the US visa, they may be more personal. Another good and important information for all of you is that now, related to today, it's now the 12th of June, 2021. U.S. Embassy is working only for emergency cases. So they do not open tourist visa, only emergency cases, only fiance visas that have been applied for and they have the due date for the interview. And they do some like diplomats, students, and like very special family cases. America is not open for like opening touristic visas now. And if you are going to apply for a fiance visa from zero, it will probably take you around 12 months. It used to be 6. In the normal days, without any pandemic, it used to be 6 months, and the girl gets an invitation, she goes and gets a visa. Now, it's like at least 12 months, if not more. So again, it's a plus if your girlfriend has a US travel visa. It's easier. If she hasn't, then you have to start real relationship in Ukraine, meet the girl here, travel with her to your hemisphere, as close as it can be to America. There are many places that are near America. Well, come on, Mexico is the closest, and then Dominican Republic, or like any of that place around Dominican Republic. So you can have distant relationship for some time, decide that you really want to go for a trial, and then do a fiance visa. Why not? Unfortunately, the times are becoming more difficult, but I'm sure that things will be better soon, and we will be able to have new cases. And another piece of good news is that yesterday we had a wedding of the Matchmaking Boutique Possible, Zach and Lesa. That again, their video is in the links in the description. We've been showing there, they were kind enough to allow us to peep into their private life and show their love story. So you can see their love story on possible.ui website when you click button men for men. Their love story is right there. We were following up them, and you can see some of the continuations of their love story on my YouTube channel. So watch those videos. And now they are married. So this is the first marriage of Matchmaking Boutique Possible this year. But there are about 20 couples that are in relationship. They are in strong relationship. We are hoping for more marriages. We are hoping for a marriage in Australia. We are hoping for several marriages in America, and more to come. So about 20 couples. So watch the videos. I will be sharing. Maybe we will do a live stream with Zach and Lesa, just to follow their tying the knot. And make sure you stay with us, because the love stories require time. Especially if this is long distance relationship, they require time. They are usually stronger than local love stories, because in order to make a decision, you need to really digest a lot of pros and cons. But when you are watching how other people do it and succeed, you're becoming stronger and your love story is becoming great. So thank you for being with us. Possible.ua and Marriage by Natalie YouTube channel is welcoming you, and me, Natalie Koval, your matchmaker. Hugs and kisses to everybody who's watching, and see you soon in Kyiv. Welcome. Kyiv is open, and I'm ready to match you.